everybody. We are coming to you live from Siouxland Libraries. I'm Jamie.
I'm Amanda. We're downtown right now.
Yes, we're a couple of the K through 5 programmers who do after-school programming with you guys here at the library, and we miss you. We miss seeing you.
Big time, right?
Yes, but we're really happy that you guys are being safe, that you're staying home. So we thought we would then bring science home to you so that we could all do some science again. Sound good?
Sounds great to me.
Lovely. I'm glad you agree. So for today's experiments, we are going to focus on kitchen chemistry. Yes.
Which means we should have everything in our kitchens, right?
Yes. A lot of our supplies, all of our supplies, we made sure to pick things that you have either in your kitchen or somewhere in your house so that you can do these experiments as well. So, should we start the first experiment?
I think so.
All right, yes. Okay, perfect. So our first experiment is called Wizard's Brew, which I'm really excited about because growing up, I loved reading Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
it's just growing up. That's it. It's only when you were grown up.
okay, I'm rereading the books again right now. I still love them. They're amazing. So I thought we would do an experiment where I get to channel my inner wizard.
Perfect.
And try and do some really fun science.
Awesome.
Sound good? So for this experiment, we are going to use some vinegar. We're going to use baking soda. We're going to use soap. It's a little bit of a twist of an experiment that maybe you've done before at home. And then we've got some food coloring here, and I'm sorry, all adults at home, we are also using glitter. Sorry. It is a total optional thing though, so if you don't want to use glitter, you don't have to. We just like a little bit of extra jazz.
Yeah,
like so. Yeah. So first we're gonna pick a color, and I'm gonna put some blue here in the bottom of my cup.
Just a few drops?
Just a few drops. We don't need to overdo it. A little goes a long way. And then I'm gonna get some vinegar here.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna pour some vinegar into my cup. Perfect. Yeah, and look at that. It already kind of started to mix up, which is really nice.
Right.
Next, we're gonna add some dish soap. So I've got some dish soap here, and I'm gonna give a pretty good squirt because in this experiment, the dish soap helps tremendously.
All right.
So if you feel like it's not working how you want it, you can always add a little bit more.
All right.
We also have a stir stick, so I'm just gonna kind of stir it up a little bit, help just make sure everything in our solution is mixed up. All right, feels pretty good to me.
It looks
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Awesome, so then we cannot forget glitter. I forgot glitter when I was practicing yesterday, and it was not fun. Just kidding, it was still fun. But we're gonna add some glitter, so let's just...
Yes!
Right.
Very good.
I better stir it again.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna sink down, but just in case. All right, so now we've got our vinegar, baking soda, soap, and a little bit of glitter. The next ingredient we are gonna add is baking soda. And we're gonna use a heaping teaspoon. So for all you kids at home, heaping means a lot.
A lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot. A lot. Okay, so we're gonna pour it in, but before I do it, I want you guys to try and make a hypothesis. And that means make a guess. What do you think is gonna happen? So right now, nothing's really happening, but if we add the baking soda, what could happen?
Is it, I mean, something, is it gonna like make noise? Is it get bigger?
I mean, these are all good guesses. It could make noise.
Okay.
It could get bigger. It could explode.
Whoa, or like maybe it'll do nothing.
Or it could do nothing.
Okay.
Should we test it out?
Yes.
I lost my heaping spoon, so let me get my heaping spoon again. And we're gonna add it in there.
Whoa.
So yeah, we're getting a little bit of a reaction. I'm gonna stir it up. And the next thing to do is just maybe add a little bit more vinegar.
Okay. Whoa, there it goes.
Yes.
Okay.
So now we've got, Amanda's excited.
Sorry.
Are you guys excited? So now we've got a little bit happening. So Amanda, what do you observe happening right now?
Well, it's just running over, right? Like, oh,
Why
magic.
not?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna add a little bit more here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's running over.
It is.
Did it make anything?
Well, it kind of bubbled, right? Like, and then, but it's not really making any noise that I can hear.
Yeah, it's not making any noise. Do you feel anything when you put your hand over it?
I don't know. I don't. Not anything too big.
Yep. Nope. So it's not really giving off any heat that you can feel.
So why is that working when you stir it like that, though?
That's a great question. So what we have here is a chemical reaction. I'll back up and tell us that. So we took two chemicals. We took our vinegar, and we took our baking soda and we mixed them together.
Put 'em together.
And then when we mixed them together, something happened.
Okay.
On a molecular level, those bonds holding those molecules together broke. And when those bonds broke, they gave us something new. They gave us a new chemical, a new gas, carbon dioxide.
That's like being released right now?
Yeah, so the carbon dioxide gas is being released. You may have seen this in the volcano experiment.
For sure.
Yeah, where I'll do it on the side here. Justin, if you want to come in close, helps if I do it the right way. A little bit of baking soda here. And then I'm just going to get a little bit of vinegar. And when I add it in there,
Oh, right.
yeah, you start to hear those gas bubbles kind of coming up. You see the bubbles. So what's happening is you're seeing that chemical reaction in play. The only difference in our Wizard's Brew is we added soap to our experiment.
Right.
And when we added soap, we are now trapping those gas bubbles and catching them in the soap. And that's why we get our cool foam. Should we maybe get another batch of
makes sense
colors going quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, Corinne in the comments says this is almost like elephant toothpaste.
Oh,
Is it very
Corinne,
similar?
yes. This is a really safe version of elephant toothpaste that you can do at home. There are some ingredients in elephant toothpaste, like hydrogen peroxide, that are not safe to handle. They can hurt your skin, they can burn you if you're not careful. So this is a really safe version of elephant toothpaste. You are right. Good job, Corinne.
Yeah, and we wanted to go with something that you definitely had in your kitchen.
Right. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more here again, so maybe we can get another brew going.
I like the colors on this one.
Yes. Go ahead and give it a little bit of a mix.
What if you put in like a color right now, just on the top?
Just on the top, let's try it. It's a really pretty purple.
Awesome.
Yes. So the main
that's so
things to
cool.
remember in this experiment that we just did here are we're doing a chemical reaction. So we're taking two chemicals, vinegar, baking soda, mixing them together. They are then changing on a molecular level to give us a new chemical or a new molecule. We're getting carbon dioxide gas forming, and that's what's making our foam.
That's so cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Nice. If you do this at home, I want to see pictures. Put pictures in the comments because I want to see your Wizard's Brew.
Yeah,
I want to
see
see what
those
colors
color
you pick.
combos.
If you get to use glitter or not, I want to see it.
Awesome. So do you want to do another sort of chemical interaction over here?
I would love to.
Okay.
I love science.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make rock candy. Have you ever made rock candy before?
30 minutes ago, yes. But prior, no.
Yes, we did do a practice run, which is great.
Yes.
All right, so what we're gonna do, right? We need some jars.
Okay.
So if you've got a jar, you're gonna want a skewer with some clothespins, or you're gonna want a pencil with some string and a paper clip on the bottom. Okay, so these are all really important.
Yeah, I got that at home.
And then food coloring, if you want to make fun colors again. And if you have it in your kitchen, you could put an extract of vanilla, just a little bit, or some other fun flavorings. Maybe you've got some fun coffee flavorings or syrups, that would work too.
I'm in.
Okay.
Coffee, I'm in.
All right, that's what I figured. All right, so, and then we're gonna need 2 cups of water,
Okay.
right? And 4 cups of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
So much sugar.
I know, right?
Sorry, adults. That's a lot of sugar.
That's awesome. All right, so what we have got started here is
Yep.
our water. And
Yep.
we got this boiling so that you didn't have to wait for us to bring this to a nice rolling boil.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, how many cups of water?
2.
2, exactly. So that looks like it's going pretty good. And we're gonna put our 4 cups of sugar in there. But let's start slow.
Okay, perfect. Because that's a lot of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
How
So
much should I put in to start?
let's do 2 cups, but we'll do 1 at a time and stir it up.
All right. I'm on it.
So, one thing I'll tell you about this is we're creating a solution right now. And
Oh, we should probably say, kids,
Oh,
make sure to get
absolutely. Thank
permission
you.
from any adults in your home before you do anything on the stovetop. We want to make sure that, yes, we're having fun, we're learning, but that we're being safe. So,
Exactly.
Amanda, is it okay if I use your stove?
Are you an adult?
Yes.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, so here we go with this. We're putting in some sugar.
Okay. 1 cup.
1 cup. Justin, looks like you can see that all right. And so she's gonna stir that up and get it dissolved. And when it's dissolved, you won't see any of the sugar left in there.
I was just gonna ask, how will I know if it's dissolved?
Yeah, so you'll just kind of keep stirring.
Okay.
Perfect. Doing great. And so to explain what that is, we're making a solution right now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good vocab word.
Solution, right? So water is your solvent.
Solvent.
Right, thank you. And then sugar is your solute.
Solute.
Exactly. Perfect.
So the sugar,
Two going in.
the solute is what's being dissolved.
Exactly.
And the solvent, the water, is what we're dissolving it into.
Right, you're making a solution.
Love it.
But unlike what you did over there with your chemical reaction,
Yep.
we're actually going to be able to pull these two apart again.
Oh,
Right?
so
sugar will still be sugar and water will still be water.
so you're not changing it on a molecular level.
Nope, so not a chemical reaction.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So at some point, though, if you just had this at room temperature, what would happen is you wouldn't be able to put all the sugar that we want to go in there, right? Like at some point, the water would say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, too much sugar.
Yeah.
That's enough." But to get it dissolved all the way in there, that's why we're boiling the water. Because if you increase the heat of water, you can put more sugar in there.
Oh,
More
interesting.
sugar, better candy.
Love it.
Okay. So, do you know what that's called when you increase that solution?
Well, I mean, you said this was a solution.
That's the solution. And then we're going to take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level. What is that?
Super saturated.
Whoa.
Super saturated.
Love it.
Exactly. So, it looks like you're doing pretty good there.
Yeah, my 2 cups of sugar have now dissolved.
Okay.
In my solution, you can see there's no more sugar crystals or pieces of sugar in the water.
Exactly. Well, then I would say, why don't you keep going?
Okay.
And we're going to do the 2 additional cups of sugar.
Yep.
But we'll do them one at a time again.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you guys over here exactly kind of what we're looking for. So sugar is a crystal, as we talked about before, and we're going to use our magnifying microscope here, and we're going to see if you guys can see this. If not, Jamie, if you could grab the lights, maybe that would help
yes.
us.
Sorry, I'm slacking.
No worries. All right, maybe you guys can see that better now. But these are a microscopic view of sugar crystals, which are super cool.
Whoa, so I can't, when I look at sugar with my own eye, that's not what it looks like.
No, definitely not. So we've got a really cool digital microscope here, and it'll show you they're kind of like an elongated cube. You see that?
Elongated, does that mean like stretched out?
Yeah, it's like a stretch out cube, exactly. And you can see like they like to form the same shape, which is a really cool thing about crystals. Whoop. There we go.
Thank you.
All right, and if you couldn't see that on the microscope, right, that's what they look like. So crystals,
It is stretched out.
exactly. So they're crystals like to form the same shape. So if you have sugar, they're always going to look like that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so what we need to do is actually create seed crystals for our rock candy.
Seed, like something to grow?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we need to do. So we need to put a little bit of sugar on this plate.
Sure.
No problem.
I'm hoarding the sugar.
Makes sense.
It's not good to hoard.
It isn't. Share with your neighbors, everyone. All right, so from there, I have had this soaking in some water, which you'll want to do. Either soak your skewer, or you can also soak a string, which it depends on whatever you want to use. And then from there, we're going to put some of that sugar on our wet item. And these are going to be our seed crystals.
Love it.
Yeah, so the additional sugar in our water is eventually going to want it attached to this.
Okay.
Okay.
And then kind of like grow the rock candy off of it.
Exactly. So we're going to put this to the side right now.
Okay.
We're going to let that dry. Also, how's our sugar solution coming over there?
I think it's going pretty good. It is almost fully super saturated.
It looks...
It's also like if you're doing this at home later, like you'll notice it starts to feel thick.
Okay.
Almost like honey. Like it's not like water where it's easy to stir now. Like I'm having to work.
Okay. All right.
This is thick.
It looks good though. So, as we're stirring, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. What do you
Are
think?
you good?
I think it might be ready. What do you
it
think?
Looks good to me.
Okay.
So, well, the next step of this is to pour that super saturated solution, right? Everyone say that? Super saturated solution.
Super saturated solution.
Nailed it. Okay. Yes. Then we're going to pour it into this jar,
Okay.
and this is going to be hot.
Oh, you're
Okay,
right, because it's
so
been boiling, so
It's
this is
been
really
boiling,
hot.
And our jar is conductive. So,
That's another good vocab word.
it will be warm. Are you ready to pour that in there?
I feel as though I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Wow. I feel like I've chosen a good partner.
Yes, you have. All right, so I'm going to turn my burner off, and I'm going to pour our hot, super saturated sugar water in our jar. You think that's about good, or you want more?
I think that's all right.
Okay.
We can stop right there, absolutely. And there is that washcloth if you want to set it on there just so you've got a surface. All right,
Perfect.
so from here, like I said, we want to let this cool because it is very warm.
Yes.
You don't want to get it on your skin. But while that's cooling, we'd say 10, 20 minutes, you'll be able to tell, okay? What we did in the interim, before we started this, we did make one, okay? And here is ours with some food coloring in it.
Yeah, we added some red.
We did add some red. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Should we do a green one now?
Sure.
Okay.
Green's my favorite color.
Alright. Why don't you put a few drops in there since it
Just a
seems like
few?
you're pretty good
I am.
at this?
Yeah. Prepared my whole life.
Okay. So we've got that in there. Now we're just gonna stir it up. Look at
Whoa.
all those fun colors. And you do want to get that in there so that you're not disturbing it after it's starting to cool.
Okay.
So it is a good time to get that in there.
Okay.
And it doesn't take much to get it all stirred up. All right. So now, because Jamie and I prepped a little bit so you can see what would happen, we do have our clothespin with our dried stick and some sugar, if you can see that. Those are our seed crystals again. And we're gonna set that right in this cool jar. All right, and you wanna make sure that there is a bit of room. So I'm actually gonna slide this a little bit higher because you want about an inch between your situation here so that you can actually have room for your rock crystal to grow. All right, that looks pretty good. So now what's gonna happen is our super saturated solution.
Yep.
That's gonna fall out.
What?
Yeah. Because what made it super saturated?
All that sugar.
What did we use?
Oh, the heat.
Yeah.
And there's no longer heat
There's
being
no longer
added
heat.
to our super saturated solution.
So I would say if you guys can make some guesses as to what you think is going to happen as this cools down, that would be awesome.
Like a hypothesis.
Like a hypothesis. And you know how long our rock candy is going to take to form?
10 minutes.
A little longer.
Oh, okay.
And during this time, we've learned that we can be patient. We have stuff at home that we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait 7 days. But in the interim, you can see literally the science happening.
That's
Like,
true.
You can watch it as it grows, which is so cool. So when we do science, we make a hypothesis. We want to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then we observe and document. So if you guys can watch how your candy is going to grow, see the crystals form, maybe on day 1, what do you think was going to happen?
I guess nothing. It'll cool down.
It'll cool down. Maybe
Yeah.
day 2, 3, 4, you want to write down what you're seeing.
Maybe it'll start to grow.
Maybe it'll start to grow. If
Just
you
a
do
few
that-
in the beginning and then maybe start to grow up the stick or up the string.
Exactly. And the coolest part about this is we saw what sugar crystals look like
Yeah.
right there. But you're going to see that on a really big level now because that super saturated sugar in there is going to grab onto those seed crystals and grow way bigger than we get to see in normal life.
Super cool.
It is super cool. So take pictures and share them with us. Even if you've got a little video of yours, that would be really great to see.
Yes.
Your color mixtures, your flavors.
You can make a science journal that you could then be recording your observations. Day 1, I made my super saturated solution, which would
Exactly.
become rock candy. Day 2, something started to grow.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah. And we are going to do the same thing. So we're going to be posting our pictures and show you how it went. And we're going to do more signs for you as well.
Yes. So thanks for coming. Thanks for watching us today, you guys. We hope you liked it. Please leave comments about what experiments you did at home. If you took pictures of your experiments, we want to see them. Ask us questions. We'll help you answer them. But yeah, thanks for coming, and I guess you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, that's kitchen chemistry. See you guys.
Bye.